Bingo, bango, bongo. Welcome back to Words of Paradise. Welcome back to Countercast. How are all you vital idols doing? We got one hell of a show lined up for you. Special guest running a bit late. She's on another show right now. She will be here. But until then, let's say hey to all of these lovely fucking panelists. We got Enzo, my boy. Tell people who you are, what you do, the whole nine. You're also muted. There you go.
I am Enzo, and I had a long night streaming last night, and I'm happy to be here today. And yeah, we just, watch weird shit on my channel, including strange movies, and skirt copyright law.
Last night was very fun.
Yeah.
Went through a whole pint plus a single shot of vodka, and I was like, yeah, I'm still awake. So
who does that shit?
I guess I've got to just start my day. It was a lot, but it was worth it.
Absolutely
worth it.
When the mania hits.
What about you, Blue? Tell me who you are, what you do, the whole nine, my man.
I drink and I know things. I mean, the things I know aren't that important, but
I would say, yeah, it's definitely
That's right.
One of those two is accurate.
Plus, I love to drive too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You drive. You drink. You know things. You drive. Don't specify what order that all happens in. Logan, my man, it's been a minute since you've been on the show. How you doing, brother? Because you've been a busy bitch.
Yeah. I've been really busy, man. But thanks for having me on, man, and hitting me up and contacting me. I've just been busy, man, with Venus and Ryan Comics. Me and my artist, we just started working on drawing the pages for Chapter 2 of Varion Keller's Vampire Killers VK. So
nice.
that'll be launching sometime next year. It's going to be around like 60 pages, so it's going to be a minute, but it'll be here next year.
Double the length of your current one?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, because there's a lot of lore, a lot of character introductions, and everything.
I learned a lot about not how to crowdfund and what not to do.
yeah. Well, it started out when I started writing. I had 80 pages, but I was able to condense it to 60, and it flows even better and stuff like that. So yeah, 60 pages.
Do you edit yourself, or do you have an editor?
I edit myself. And plus my artist, she also goes over it and stuff like that, and also ChatGPT too. When I finish my script, I'll have it look through it and find the grammar errors if I mess up on certain areas and stuff like that. So it help clean it up. Then I look at it, retool it again, and then put it right back through to make sure everything is good. But yeah, good tool, man. I love ChatGPT. Good tool.
I use it all the time. Video titles, thumbnail, or not thumbnails, descriptions. The whole line.
Descriptions, titles. Yeah, it really helps. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about you? You guys streamed today, but beyond that, how you doing? What are you up to? Where you been? You did some exciting shit recently.
Yes, I went on vacation. So that was a lot of fun. I'm just happy to hang out. I missed you guys, except for Blue. Fuck him. But I missed you all to hang out.
Whoa, what happened? Where'd he go?
Whoa, I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Magic. Where's your wand? Nadia?
She is a witch.
Which one?
I heard Jenna Ortega was there. Was at the Fright Night thing you went to.
Really? The Halloween Horror Nights, the same night?
Yeah.
She probably wasn't in RIP like I was.
Well,
I got to skip the line.
Gay. I was hoping you got to meet my Hollywood crush. That it's not weird at all because she's like 22 or something, so it's fine.
She only looks 16. It's okay.
Right. Last but not least, Zach's my man. I'm stoked to have you here for one of the segments today. I can't wait till you see one of the things we're doing today, Zach. So tell me,
let's go.
What are you doing? What are you up to? What you been up to, my man?
I'm getting ready to go to. We're going away to Italy next week, so get ready for that shit. And show Wednesday. Do one more cinema class before we wrap it up, and I'll be gone for a couple of weeks. And I'm gonna hang out with as many people as I can between now and then. And I'll do some stuff from Italy, but it's our big, huge It's supposed to be for my 50th.
Vacation, or is there like a reason you're going? Or
we're planning it for years, and it's supposed to be for my 50th, which I'm not at yet. But we thought with my mother-in-law is getting older, and so we need someone to look after my son. And so we worry if you wait too long, then there's no one to do that, right? So it's kind of now or never. So we went all in, and we're going to go see Italy and some Croatia.
Zax, I got married in Italy, awesome. So if you need any
please. Going to the country,
obviously your wife
restaurant you got married in,
yeah, obviously your wife probably handled. But I spent 2.5 weeks in Italy, got married there, and I know some good food places. I can send you a list.
Cool. I would love that. So yeah, it's one of those things where this is my advice to people too, because I found out I had some heart stuff too, is to don't put things off. We were gonna wait and have this be perfect. Like we could afford to have the money saved up, all that stuff, go and do it all up. But no, we're just gonna do it. So we've done it. That's
no. I feel it. Like I was just telling the guys in the backstage before we went live is that I'm taking tomorrow off. It's like, man, I hit up Sammy. I was like, hey, I just wanted to take the kiddo and go go to the flea markets, make a nice home cooked meal. Just it's little things, So yeah, I feel that completely. Just don't push it off. That said, speaking of not putting it off, can't put it off any longer. We got some vital idols to say hey to. Little Miss Anonymous saying me, yowdy, y'all. How you doing, LMA? Alfredo Chorizo is in the house. Schizosaurus tell us too much information, if I'm being completely honest. EB is in the house. How you doing, EB? Paul Byersmith, IRL Bestie, what up? Dax is not the best mind in the whole damn land. You love to see it. UAF Omega, it was not late and gay. We started precisely on time. Blue Collar Lewis is talking to you guys in the chat. Michael the Dover Dad is in the house. How you doing, homie? You love to see it. Stream Elements, which I don't even have hooked up, so I don't know why that keeps showing up. Philip Morgan, the CFH90, the OG California Cowboy from Hell. Stanley is sort of back. We'll talk about that. Sergeant Garatina is in the house. I'm slipping. I've had like 2 hours of sleep, guys. Slay every game. What up, Slay? How you doing? You throwing up the Hondo bird emojis? Yes, Cindy is not here. Buttered framed in gold. I see that comment. She's a little under the weather, but that's a-okay. She sounds like a Jewish grandma. She sent me a voice. She's like, Leon, I don't know if I can be on stream. And I was like, I will let you get on stream if you do one thing for me. She's like, what? Like, she texted me. I was like, tell me when are you gonna give me grandchildren? She sends me this voice message. She's like, when you gonna give me grandchildren? Like Jewish mom. It's so good. Dark Exile, how you doing? Appreciate you. Collective Postwall Karens, truly appreciate you for showing up. Let's see who else we got. I know there's more of y'all in here. Just gotta keep scrolling through. Creamage, what up, Creamage? Throwing up a fucking great AI song he made the other night. Fantastic. Kalika Gamer is in the house. Let's see. Matt Fun and Cool is here. Subhuman, who, Dress for Sin was. Serranos is in the house. How you doing, Serranos? Let's see. And I think, St. Hugo coming in with the first of the day right out the gate. 5-banger. Shouldn't be awake now, but I am again. So I'm here. Hail. Nice going with Japbox early on. Thank you. Yes. You had on the whole time. That was a fun one. Thank you very much, brother. Truly appreciate it. Let's see what clip are we going to give you. Let's start this off depressing. And give the bad nostalgia one out the gate. Let's see if I can find it. One sec. No, where'd it go? I lost it. It's a new clip, and I don't. Here it is.
Wow, you got to pull the rug right out from them.
Yep. The very end, you can't go. I don't know what possessed me to make that. I was feeling a certain mood. It was like 2 a.m. listening to like liminal music and whatnot. And I was like, I want to make a clip that will just depress the whole ass audience. Alrighty, let's get into it. Topic numero uno. We got like about an hour 50-ish. I know Nadia's only got a certain amount of time. I'm gonna be rating in the ABF, so I'm on there. So we gotta streamline this bitch today. Comic book legend Stan Lee has been revived via the magic of AI.
Which is to nobody's surprise.
Yeah. So Stan Lee will make an unsettling AI holographic appearance at this year's LA Comic-Con in September. The Stan Lee Experience, the Los Angeles Comic Convention, which runs from September 26th to 28th, will cost $15 or $20 to enter, depending on whether you bought tickets in advance. A hologram of the co-creator will use AI to converse with fans in a 1,500-foot enclosed booth. Yes, I don't know why. It says 1,500 foot. It seems like a lot. And then the quote is, fortunately, with decades of footage capturing his thoughts on so many subjects, we can build a voice that stays true, not always word for word, but always faithful in spirit, context, and intent, said Bob Saboni, the head of Stan Lee's legacy programs. And that's really all the information we have on it. But, well, I don't know. I need to hear you guys' thoughts on this. This is weird to me.
They exploited him in his elderly years while he was alive. They'll exploit him after he's dead. I'm sure the family signed off on this. I don't like how this article is automatically dismissing it as creepy and strange with these. Like, that's up to me, the reader, to decide if it's creepy or not. Unless he's literally doing something creepy. Like, boo, I'm Stan Lee. I don't know. I think it'd be cool, though, because... this means like we can have Stan Lee, like, he could, maybe he's like the 1,500-foot enclosures. Like you could play catch with him. He could break dance, he could do all kinds of goofy shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
The sky's the limit.
Like.
Yeah. Whenever I think Stan Lee, I think breakdancing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I saw one of these. They had Tupac in one. They had Michael Jackson in one. This is a way to make, immortalize people. You know what I'm saying? Like for people to live on forever and stuff. Me personally, I wouldn't want to see a dead loved one in the form of AI.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Not just creepy. It would just bring so many emotions and feelings. It's like this person is gone. That's not the real person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I think I'm going to have a real problem if it's more like, hey, make sure you guys check out the new Ironheart comics. They're great. It's just like, that's going to be where I draw the line. Yeah.
I guess I'll play devil's advocate. People, whenever you see a dead celebrity, you see a statue's erected and people on the statue look at the statue, but that's technology. Could this, in the right hand be considered like holograms didn't exist 100 years ago? So are we done erecting statues? And what if we had holograms that were...
I can see that. Yeah. I understand where you're going with that.
Yeah.
The problem is even though they're collecting interviews and thoughts that he's over the years, there's still going to be some bias depending on what the AI company is. And how they have programmed it to be. So it's not truly going to be Stan Lee.
This is going to be a big advertisement.
This article acknowledges that when they say, like, not always word for word, but always faithful in spirit, context, and intent.
Oh, yeah.
How do you get to
I don't buy that at all, dude. I don't buy that. And Leon, I want to hear from you because one of my favorite stories you've ever told me was about the day you met Stan Lee and what that meant to you. So how do you feel about this?
I feel kind of like a hypocrite because I'm absolutely, for one, $15 to $20, bitch. I paid $400. Well, I paid $800 for a 2-person pass. I paid $400 to meet the real dude, and you guys are paying $15 to $20 to talk to a fucking glorified ChatGPT Stan Lee. Fuck you guys. But no, I feel like a hypocrite because I've been saying since the inception of AI how pro AI I am, and so I was trying to reconcile this before the show, and then I was like, well, I'm also pro-gun, but that doesn't mean I like it when people use guns to murder motherfuckers. And that's the way I'm kind of rationalizing it. Like, I can be pro-AI and still think that this is a bridge too far.
This is mostly going to be... this is mostly just going to be an advertisement for Proto-Beam. The Proto-Beam thing, that's all you're going to be seeing. The new advertisement for the new technology, that's going to be like front and center. Stan Lee will be like the featured guest from Proto-Beam technology.
Yeah. I feel like personally it feels like it's a bit too soon. I don't know what that means in terms of how long you should wait, but like it's almost like this is sort of barely meat puppet time for Stan Lee and Weekend at Bernie's ish. And I feel it's too soon. Like in 10 years, people never would have had a chance to meet him in real life, could then meet a version of him. That's kind of cool, right? But he just passed away. He was just used for years. I don't know. That's how I feel, which doesn't fucking matter. But
I was thinking about the Ghostbusters movie, the recent one where they like brought back Harold Ramis, and to me that was respectful. He doesn't speak. He only smile. Like the family signed off on it, which again the family probably signed off on this. We know that his daughter was exploiting the hell out of him, so of course she was going to sign off onto it. And like I don't know, there was just something. Ghostbusters felt tasteful. This feels exploitative.
Well,
I agree.
You can be pro AI I'm pro AI if AI is going to move humanity forward in technology. Like if it's going to expand us and our lives, our lifespans, stuff like that, I'm totally for it. But this, I feel there's nothing productive of this. This is just exploiting him. That's it.
See, I kind of disagree because I know like the whole Stan Lee thing, if we can move past that, I think the idea of like having a hologram that is in a room that's able to interact with you. Hey, nice sriracha shirt you're wearing there, fatty. How's it going? Like that's weird. That's crazy tech right there that I think we're glossing over if it is actually that interactive with you where it can like look at you and judge you and unless it's like the Megatron from the theme park where it's actually like a guy behind a curtain controlling what Stan Lee says. I think that would be different. I don't know. There's just a lot of I don't know. It's a lot to judge off of just hearing about it. I think once we see how it works, obviously it is distasteful, but as far as the tech goes, like how sophisticated is it? I don't know. It's a pretty interesting concept. I'm hoping that it turns into the Fortnite Darth Vader after like 1,500 guests. Like it's saying like real fucked up shit to people now. He's starting to, get all corrupted from the AI learning.
That's a good question. Would this AI learn from the people that he's interacting with?
Yeah. Like, what if you tell Stan Lee he's a fucking dildo to his face? Like, is he gonna get defensive as an AI? Like, because you're not actually talking to Stan Lee, you're talking to an AI. So like,
yeah,
when you start getting too lippy with ChatGPT, it doesn't really like that. Like we learned last night.
That's true. Yeah, we literally we tested that out last night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, ChatGPT was not a fan of me saying that I was a gay Jewish black dude who was cheating on my spouse.
Also, like, how accurate is it? Because I know I've heard some funny stories about Stan Lee saying some funny, fucked up shit. I know they were trying to cancel him because I guess he's getting handsy and flirty with all of his nurses, which seems
Good
like
for
something
him.
Stan Lee would do. Yeah, it seems like something Stan Lee would do. He would have that riz. I heard a story from a comic book artist. He said he met Stan Lee. He's talking about, all your fans are here. How does that feel? He's like, my fans. Line them up against the wall and give me a Tommy gun. Like, that's the kind of shit Stan Lee would joke about, So if
Stan
there's
Lee
little,
has
if
one of my favorite quotes on losing his virginity. He said he was asked this really late in his life, and he said, I wish I could remember the girl's name, but I'll never forget what we did behind her father's candy store. Like,
shit.
What a legend.
I want candy afterwards.
Dude, better have got it for free. Like, made that girl a woman, you better have gotten your Snickers for free if you made her a woman.
Yeah.
See that would be amazing if like hour 3 of the Stan Lee exhibit, someone has to come out and be like, guys, we're gonna have to formally ask like no more women allowed alone with Stan Lee's hologram. He's starting to malfunction. He's being a little aggressive towards the ladies, a little forward with them. It's not cool. So for your safety, please avoid the Stan Lee hologram enclosure.
Well,
I don't see what fans are going to get a benefit of it. It's not really him. So it's just
You're leading into what I was about to bring up. So you get about a 3-minute conversation with him and a photo op. And the conversation I do almost get, like, all right, you never got the there was a lot of people when I told that Stan Lee story on Zach's show, they were like, man, I never got to meet him and whatnot. So like this could kind of like pseudo fulfill that, but like getting a picture with a fucking hologram of Stan Lee, I don't know what value do you get out of that.
What if they give you a picture, but they like edit it where it looks like you're standing next to the real Stan Lee, not the hologram?
But also,
he doesn't show up on film. You have to pay for a specific, a special type of shot. So you have to pay extra for a special camera.
There's
shot
a lot of people that the Rocky Balboa statue in Philadelphia. People all the world around stop by and take pictures of them next to the Rocky statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
true.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is,
like
it's not really about
handcrafted art. That's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because that was crafted in a time when digital with holograms didn't exist.
I mean, you don't think an interactive, like 3-dimensional hologram is art? I think the idea that they're doing Stan Lee is just that's the gimmick. Yeah. The thing is, Proto Beam is trying to advertise this cool interactive hologram person. And if it was just like, yeah, come have a conversation with some guy, I don't think anyone would give a shit. But the fact that they're at a comic convention with Stan Lee, I think that's the idea. Like, yeah, it's outrageous, but for me, like, it's all about the tech. Like, that's why I would pay $15. I'd be like, let's see what this is all about. Yeah. Let's see how close it is. Let's see what he sounds like, how he talks, what he looks like, because we have that uncanny valley. If it actually looks and sounds and acts like him.
Speaking of what he looks like, I love that they went with, like, the old man Stan Lee. Like, we've got photos of this guy for the last 60 years, and you went with what he looked like 5 years before he died. Like, come on now.
Yeah. Well, that's probably because we have the most visuals. Yeah, we have the most visuals from his older years because he's in all the Marvel movies and he's doing more. Because I do like his back when he had brown hair and longer brown hair and the big brown mustache.
I mean, Nadia's not wrong though, because right now I see advertisements. I want to make my Suno music. Hey, you know what you do with AI? If you want to clone your voice, you can clone your voice. And why not before we start seeing the Stan Lee podcast after he's been dead for 2 decades?
Like,
usually I'm always right, Blue, so that's not a surprise.
Also, I want to see Stanley. Also, Stanley, hey kids, before you buy Spider-Man, I love Pepsi Zero, guys, and this product placement because Stanley is known for shilling for Pepsi. I listen to his podcast or take his hologram picture. That's gonna happen.
I mean, like I there's no doubt that it's distasteful, but as far as like the tech goes, like what if, like I said, he's able to interact with you based on what you're wearing and what you look like and what you say to him, and he can like, hey, you want to see something cool? And he just turns into the Hulk, hulked out Stan Lee, and he starts like breakdancing. And he's like, make sure you guys go to the snack bar or whatever, Excelsior. I know that would be tasteless, but at the same time, I'd be like, bro, this is incredible. Like,
well,
the
if
tech-
it's tasteless, it's a really bad snack bar.
Yeah.
What
Right.
if you ask him, like, who is the real Captain America? Like, ask him some base questions
Right.
that wouldn't you?
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
question.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying with the
I
Darth
hope
Vader
people
thing.
test that out.
Like, who's
So
the real
here's
Captain
an idea for a character. She's stolen her armor from a college, and she's becoming a hero to prove a point and help with jewelry heists. And Stan Lee's like, well, it just sounds like a pretty good villain. What's her name? It's Ironheart. I've never heard of her. What's her deal? Like,
Toronto's asking the real question. Says we're not feeling it with Stan Lee, but what if it was Sydney Sweeney?
right.
Those already
now-
exist.
Well,
There's
yeah.
chat girlfriends, chat AI girlfriends.
No,
and
but
stuff.
are
There's
they
no-
holographic, 3D life size?
What if you can
That's the
buy
thing.
like
Not
a
yet.
little thing you plug in and she shows up at your house
Yeah.
hologram?
Blade Runner 2049. What's her name?
Well, that's gonna
Oh,
happen.
the hologram that he has,
Yeah,
like
your little holographic
superimposed over the
girlfriend.
girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, to be fair, with Sydney Sweeney, I feel like it's a little bit different because she's still alive. Like it's I don't know. Zach hit the nail on the head for me. It's the I know that it has in all reality been probably 5-6 years, but it still feels too soon. Like
Yeah.
so, Lee, are you pro Israel?
I mean,
What do you think of Trump, Lee?
To be
I would
fair,
love it-
Stan Lee is Jewish as fuck. He is probably pro Israel or was like.
This would be the best tech if he could have it so he just appears somewhere when people talk about the X-Men and go, actually, they were not supposed to be a marginalized group. This was not a metaphor. Every
Yeah,
time.
that's gonna become the problem is actually because whoever's programming this stuff, they're gonna have these
True.
early responses, and that's
That's
gonna
what
become
I
a
said,
fucking
yeah.
issue.
Let's
It
say
is.
Proto Beam was like, hey, we're having an interactive hologram exhibit at the Comic-Con, and you can have a conversation with any superhero you want. It's Spider-Man, it's Wolverine, it's an AI version of them. I mean, I think that also might
No.
have some appeal, but I think that would be, I don't know, it'd be easy to, fake it with Spider-Man. It's like some generic guy in a mask, and he's got a Spider-Man-ish voice. But
That's a
with
good
Stan
point.
Lee, he's a real person, so it's easy to kind of, and again, I'm just talking about the tech, not the morality aspect of it, but like,
Miss Molly
It's-
makes a good point. Because of this, you think we're going to see Stan Lee cameos in Marvel
100%.
movies again?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I'd make my
100%.
kids college fund on that.
Yeah.
Like Leon, like,
Fuck that.
even fucking New Fast and Furious, Vin Diesel's bringing back Paul Walker.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Confirmed.
have Stan Lee star in the next Marvel movie. Fuck it. Just, he's the main character for some reason.
It's
I don't-
just
I
an
don't hate
AI
that
movie
idea.
about Stanley as a superhero.
I don't hate
So-
the cameo idea personally, but yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
final thoughts then. Would you pay $15-20 to see this at a Comic-Con? Is it like, or would you be like,
Yes.
nah, this isn't worth it?
Hold
I
up, one
would
second.
just to see how good the tech is.
Yeah, out of curiosity, I would.
I want to push back on Zach's. I would not be
Yeah.
okay with the cameos because I think it's a moment in pop culture history in time that he was able to make his last cameo for a certain movie. So I feel it's cheapening that
Yeah,
experience.
Kelly Sue DeConnick is going to be making the cameos in all the Marvel movies from now on.
What if we just take one of his cameos from a movie nobody watched and put it in a new movie? That could be okay.
Yeah,
The
Right.
Fantastic
Old
Four
footage.
cameo.
Yeah.
Like,
Throw it.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait a minute,
Cut
that
and
looks
paste.
familiar.
Yeah.
That's
He's a
one
bus
cool
driver
asking question. Would you want this to happen to you? This actually harkens back to what Nadia said, which I guess it depends on who's doing it. Like,
yeah.
if it's going to be some, terrible, awful, globalist, like homogenous, anti-Alex Jones, fucking, Peter Thiel style corporation, no, I wouldn't. But if Elon Musk was like, yo, Leon, I'm gonna make a hologram of you to show the world, I'd be like, sign me the fuck up, Space Daddy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but what if he cuts your hair, puts you in like a polo? You're a very good Christian boy. You're all clean cut.
I guess fucking Elon Musk's gonna be meeting Charlie Kirk real soon if that be the case. Because dude ain't gonna live. If he cuts my hair.
Yeah,
let's-
Leon,
Like,
yeah. If Elon
Let's
was
say
like,
this technology is really good. I
Mhm.
mean, even if it isn't, like, it's going to get better. Like, the idea is we're talking about a future where, like, a huge super artist like Madonna, or, not like Madonna, not exactly Madonna, but like, some what's the big one? Sabrina Carpenter. Let's say in a few years, there's going to be a day where she's touring all over the world one day, it's simultaneously because it's all holograms, you know? That's like the future we're thinking. You don't have to, you know, I don't know. That's going to be crazy. It's just crazy to think about.
I mean, I saw it when I was like, 12 years old. I saw, it was the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and what was that? And the Supremes all live in like a hologram laser show. And this was back in like, 2006 or something. And it was really cool, but they were probably 14 foot tall, and it was like fully, and again, it was images, but they were 3D images, and obviously it was a laser show style thing where they're choreographed, and it's the pre-recorded music, but it was still really cool to be able to be like, wow, this is the Beatles, the Supremes, and the Rolling Stones. What a fucking conglomeration here.
Yeah, so what if you can get like Sabrina Carpenter to perform live somewhere, but that live broadcast is simulcasted everywhere, but it's not just like on TV screens, it's like on holograms. I don't know. I think that could be something they would try to do and see if people like it. I don't think
I think it should be up to artists because, like, take James Earl Jones, for example. Yes, that's going to surpass his lifetime being a Vader, but if his grandkids or great-grandkids see the residuals, he's like, guys, I'm 80 years old, I'm going to be dead soon, but if my kids can live off these residuals, my grandkids are taken care of and their college is paid for, I don't mind if Disney bastardizes Darth Vader. Even Harrison Ford, he's like, hey, why do you do Dial of Destiny? Guy's fucking 82 years old. He doesn't give a shit about Indiana Jones anymore.
This is true.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
No, he don't.
But I paycheck though, he cares.
Yeah. Like, he don't give a fuck, because they asked him when about Captain America, like, you know, are you a fan or whatever like that? What do you think about, you know, being the Hulk and stuff? He said, look, I don't know anything about superheroes. That check. He just said the check. I was like, shit. Like, okay.
I respected his honesty when he said that.
Yeah.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
Well,
if I was going to put
that,
Stan Lee in a cameo, if I was going to put a Stan Lee cameo in a movie, it would be like they're at the White House and there's the paintings of all the presidents, and Stan Lee is right there, like in the middle, like painting of him as the president, you know, one of the former presidents. That's how you do.
Oh, so yeah, I would respect the hell out of that cameo. Yes.
Good.
Alrighty. Well, moving on. Jimmy Kimmel Live set to return Tuesday after the suspension.
I'm so happy. I've been dying to hear this news. Me and all 10 of his fans.
So, speaking of too soon, like, did anyone? I guess I was actually expecting this to be like because they said indefinitely suspended. I don't know what I was expecting. But I was expecting more than less than a week.
Yeah, like take off the rest of the month and come back the first week of like things cool down. But yeah,
no, because I think it's one of those things where, like, I think the left is going to take this as a win, even though it's technically an L, because you're basically proving that there was no FCC interference. There was no, and I've been seeing a lot of great jokes about how, like, now they could fire him for not being funny. Now they brought him back just so they can, like, officially fire him for something else. But also, like, he might mouth off tomorrow and say some more bullshit and get pulled again. Who knows? He probably can't help himself.
Well, that was his plan, actually, going back on. Like, they wanted him to apologize. He said if he goes back on, he's going to double down, essentially. Will he do that now? Who knows? Probably not. I don't think he would now, but that was his initial plan. So, I mean, it's nobody's going to watch it anyway. So someone who ever watches it, they'll let me know how it goes. Because
we'll see if Tuesday has record. Tuesday has like record numbers.
Yeah, he might. 3 people.
That's always the problem now. He doesn't write his own jokes. His staff writes his jokes. He just copies it.
Everybody's like, oh, he was really funny back on the Man Show. Was he funny because he worked off Adam Carolla, or was he funny on his own?
Adam did heavy lifting
on his own.
I don't know.
Both.
To be fair,
they were shocking.
Nadia wouldn't find it funny. She's the one female on the panel. We're talking about a show called The Man Show. So, like,
he's very crude and offensive.
Though, Leon. Okay.
There's the famous clip of him, like, you know, like gyrating behind the woman, looking at the spyglass, and that shit was funny at the time. But yeah, it is. It's a big no-no. You know, it's gotta. It's funny, but it's also offensive at the same time. You know.
Well, I just don't understand. His contract was this is his last year. 2025 is his last year. So, like, do you think it's a case of, all right, they're bringing him back, then they finish out the year with him, and then they just won't renew his contract? Do you think that's possible? Or are they going to, like, now they've got to double down and stick it to him, they're going to have to renew his contract?
Do you think they're doing this to keep him happy for this last year so he doesn't go off the deep end like Colbert has been doing? Because Colbert knows his show is ending. So he's kind of, a wild card. Do you think they're like, you know what, let's just make him happy for the last couple of months so he doesn't say anything stupid on air? Well, worse than what he said. Keep him happy, and then we just won't renew the contract when it comes up to time.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Movie? I thought you wanted to say something there.
Oh no, they wanted to get rid of him in a lot of these late night shows anyway, because he weren't really bringing in the views. This was just a perfect way for them to just get rid of him. And like I said, like these shows were protected when Trump wasn't in office and Biden was in office. A lot of these shows were protected. They was able to say what they want, do what they want, and now Trump is in office. The pendulum is swinging the other way, and these guys still think it's the way it used to be. And now they're saying whatever they want to say, and now they actually suffering the consequences for it now. And
also all their secret taxpayer funding has dried up.
Yeah, USAID, all that stuff. Yeah, that's why
I don't know the answer to this. Are these taped or are they live? Because the show is called Jimmy Kimmel Live, but is it actually live?
They're taped at 5 p.m. the day of.
Delay.
Yeah.
5 p.m. the day of is what I've read.
So they are taped that day. That way the news is accurate and whatnot. Okay, that makes sense. UAF Omega for a 5-banger. Kimmel has no choice but to double down now. The left will take this as a win, and any hint of capitulation from Kimmel will incur the left's wrath. Do you guys? I mean, I think he's probably correct here.
I think so. And I think what they'll probably do with this is why they're bringing him back so soon is right now you're bringing him back and you get a bit of a bump in the ratings for sure because there's been attention on it. People were shooting up ABC affiliates for it. So I guess some people really care about it. And so they'll do that. And then he can ride off in the sunset. I think they should just end this show when his contract's up. Forget like replacing him. Just the show is done. It's over.
Well, late night TV in general is done. The format is just it's done. Everybody's doing streaming, all kinds of other things. It's just done. And what killed it faster was, this whole season of from the election and COVID. It just killed it. It just killed the whole thing.
I don't even think
real quick. I want to get UAF Omega's clip, and then we'll keep going. UAF Omega, this is for you, buddy. Since we're talking about late night and TV hosts and liberals, I think this was kind of perfect.
How you doing, sir? Can we talk to you? Where are you from? You live in New York?
Who are you?
Don Lemon.
You're a fucking moron, dude.
So
sorry. What were you saying?
My elderly mother. My elderly mother, her and all of her sisters, they're very, they still watch TV. They got satellite, and they are talking about, the show of the week or the Netflix documentary you got to check out. I hear them talk. They never bring up any late night TV. And they, everyone used to. There used to always be, hey, did you watch Kimmel last night? Did you watch, Carson last night or whatever? That used to be commonplace. Now it's not.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
They killed it. But it was a dying format. It was going to eventually die. It's a dying format, because technology changed.
Didn't they pass up on Ferguson for Kimmel for this? Because he had some controversy. He said something.
I had never heard that, but that'd
thought
be wild.
they passed.
I'm a Conan man myself.
Yeah, me too.
Conan was funny. Conan was funny.
Craig Ferguson was the best, though. I think for me.
And
I like Craig Ferguson. I haven't seen anything he's done or said in years, so I don't know if he's still got it because he's been out of the limelight. But I liked Craig Ferguson. But Conan's more my style of humor, but I also don't know if he's. You can't really call him an acquired taste. He was mainstream enough to get the fucking late night shows, but I don't think he was he was just a different breed. Conan
was head writer for The Simpsons during those peak golden years I grew up watching. So
same with SNL. He was head writer on SNL during the best years.
Yeah, and to piggyback off Zach's, it makes you wonder if how much was planned, because boy, I can't think of anybody the past 5 years who's even mentioned Jimmy Kimmel. The past week, we're all talking about. Almost like maybe this was planned.
And it's so that was my next question. There was over 400 celebrities that signed a petition to bring him back. Do you think that had any part in ABC's decision, or is it just lip service?
I think it's lip service. I think it's politics, which they're hypocrites. Where were they with Roseanne? Where are they with James Wood? Where are they with
exactly.
everybody else? Even if they
Gina.
don't agree with them.
So you say where were they with Gina? Megan McCain,
Yeah,
Ming-Na Wen, and more stars to spawn after Gina Carano lands her first TV gig since The Mandalorian. And we've got a bunch of actresses here saying how proud they are. Yes, congratulations. We got Ming-Na Wen, the gal from Mandalorian. She's there she is, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck yes, let's go. Where were you the last 3 years, bitches? Like,
probably at risk of losing their jobs. To be honest, like I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. I'm just saying they probably didn't say anything because they saw how Gina was treated and they didn't want to lose their job at that time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's still
not
great.
No, it's not great.
I noticed the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer dropped today. You know who was absent from it? I couldn't help but notice. Little Gina Carano's not in it at all, I bet. I mean,
of course,
if she's in that movie, then shit, maybe all is forgiven. She's not going to be in the movie, obviously, but I mean,
no,
it's just fucked up.
It's disingenuous now. The love that she's getting. Like I get it. Like it's nice that you guys are going to come out now, and hopefully they came out privately to her and supported her behind the scenes. And I get why you wouldn't want to, especially if you're Ming-Na Wen. I mean, she's a good actress and she's like pretty cute actually, for her age. But I just don't
Haywire.
think that Haywire's a good movie. I like Gina when she's not delivering dialogue. If she's not talking on screen, she's excellent. Like her, and I love her. I love her for like way before she was an actress, like from the Strike Force days, Elite FC. So back when she was first starting the fighting, she's so hot. How can you be that hot and that dangerous? It's like she had my full attention for a long time.
She was great.
Do we like skinny Gina like Zach's intro Gina, or do we like the thicker like Deadpool Mandalorian Gina more? What's peak Gina? Because I like both.
I like current day super heavy Gina. Present day.
There's a little bit for everybody. There's a version for everybody.
I like fat Gina.
The whole point of not voicing your opinion, not supporting these people.
Hold on, Nadia. We'll get back to the political stuff in a moment. I need to hear the guys' opinions on the hotness of Gina here. Mugen, Zach's Blue. I need to hear from you as well.
I want
then
both.
We'll give Nadia her girl time.
I really do want both, but I'd want like old school Gina first, and then like on an off day, maybe I want thicker Ginas. Like really, I would like, if I had to pick one, I'd pick old school Gina. But I'd take them both, like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of a thing.
I mean, you can't lose, either one, but I would pick the old school because I know her from the old school more than what we have today. So yeah.
You guys remember when Gina did that Western movie? And everyone, the same people that are congratulating, everyone was making fun of her. Ha! She's resorting to just making shitty Daily Wire movies now. It's like, fuck you people.
Oh, for Nadia.
She was good in Haywire though. She had a good director, good acting, good good. I guess co-stars with that, so that helped. Michael Fassbender was in that with her.
Just say Leon, Ming-Na, when she was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., she just turned 61.
Yeah, she's Chun-Li. She was Chun-Li. Yeah, no, she's
still would.
Yeah, she looks fantastic.
Easily still would.
Yeah, she was Chun-Li.
Holy shit.
In Street Fighter, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the way, I think I'm going with Deadpool era Gina just because like I love me a muscle mommy, and I feel like that was like, I love me a muscle. So, but anyway, Nadia was gonna be poignant, so we'll take the floor to her. Now say that again, Nadia.
Two things. One, now is not the time to not voice your opinion or support people that you have similar beliefs and stuff. That's why we got to this point, right? With Kirk and everything. Now is the time not to back down, because if we back down and stay silent about this stuff, it's just going to continue. The left's just going to continue the circle of violence on us. Number two, I just saw news reports state that ABC caved and brought Jimmy back, canceled the Kirk tribute after the shooting at the ABC affiliate in California.
But the dude that did it was a liberal. He was arrested and proven to be a liberal.
That's from Tim Pool. He just tweeted that 43 minutes ago.
Remember, Jimmy Kimmel said he was a MAGA supporter wearing a MAGA hat when he shot Charlie. Jimmy's so accurate with his news.
But I'm not saying we should have pitchforks and stuff. I think, but the thing is, I don't think staying silent about what you believe in and stand up for should continue. I know a lot of conservatives personally don't say much because they're afraid of losing their job. They're afraid of family members and friends isolated. And to be honest, these are people that believe things that if you got killed, it's the same thing. I don't know where I'm going with it, but just stand up for what you believe in. No more being silent about it, guys.
Yeah, for those of you that are in wheelchairs and can't stand up for what you believe in, fuck you.
Well, whatever. Roll it up. Roll it up.
I can agree with you on that one, Adi, I think too, because we saw how far people are. Like it was very telling to see the reactions to someone being murdered, and that you could think if anyone would celebrate it the way and celebrate it openly, knowing you'll be accepted for what you're doing, and even cheered on for it. It's like it really shows you who not only that person is, but everyone around them are, that they would cheer this stuff on. Because I can't imagine if reacting to anything like that.
Zach's is right.
Nothing.
My best friend of over 20 years reacted that way, and I told her that you basically want me dead as well, because I share the same values. My husband shares the same values. It's as if somebody took out my own husband.
Did that get through to your best friend, or did she not give a fuck?
She hasn't responded to me in a day.
So either this is a hard cutoff, or it's taken time to process it in that liberal spaghetti.
I told her, I empower you. I'm not going to send you clips, but I empower you to go find the clips, watch the full interviews, stop getting your fucking news from Instagram and all these like echo chambers that you have. Yeah. I'm one of 3 conservative friends you have. I'm not going to send you the information. I want you to do it yourself and empower you to find it. So that's the last I heard of
clips though. So I've not seen the whole memorial yet. I was like, there's been so much Charlie Kirk news over the last 2 weeks, and I don't want to sound callous and say like I'm tired of it or whatnot, but it's like I'm finally starting to feel almost normal again.
Yeah.
And like, so just watching that whole all the speeches, I was like, that'll fuck me up. I'm gonna take it in increments. So the only one I've watched thus far, I've watched part of his wife's speech, and I watched the whole JD Vance speech. By God, everyone's talking about the wife's speech, but as they should. That was his fucking wife, and it was beautiful and poignant. But holy shit, JD Vance's speech was goddamn good. Like, did anyone else listen to it?
Yeah, I've watched.
I'm slowly getting back to reality and in taking. I just saw her speech that she did the day after or the 2 days after, because I couldn't bring myself to it, and I was just all tears.
Oh, dude, we reacted to it live the day it dropped on Neon Leon, me, Tebow, and Cindy, and I don't know if Tebow was too man to cry or not. It looked like he was tearing up. I was definitely tearing up, and Cindy was pretty much fucking just she let loose. And yeah, I'm with Serrano. Vance will be present. I don't think there's any question at this point. I don't want to like jump the gun also, but yeah, I don't think there's any question. But since we were talking about the Charlie Kirk stuff, which I didn't plan to get to this early, but you know what? I'm glad we did. So this is going to lead in to the segment I'm most excited for today. And chat, this is going to be some participation. But first, before we get to the actual meat of it, you got this famous.
What a piece of shit.
From Destiny.
Oh, this dickhead.
What an he's not relevant anymore. He's just trying to get.
He's not what, Nadia?
He's irrelevant.
Relevant.
There you go. Relevant.
Thank you. Sorry. It's been a long day, but he's not. He's not relevant anymore. He has nobody. Nobody cares about him, and he's just trying to steal that from someone else. And it's just an endless echo chamber that he's just screaming this shit into.
Yeah, I mean, for those of you that can't read it, because I don't know how clear it's coming through on StreamYard, this Charlie Kirk memorial is indistinguishable from a Nazi rally, and fuck anyone who wants to pretend it's not.
Like this dude trying to rage bait.
Yeah. That was my question, Mugen, is does Destiny actually believe this? Is he so far gone he believes this, or is this engagement bait to try and maintain relevance?
Yeah, it's to me it's engagement bait. Just listen to like he's just saying shit just to see what sticks at this point, because this shit doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. I can't stand Destiny.
Yet there are people who believe it, because if the people didn't believe this shit, Charlie wouldn't have been shot. So there's at least some people. I don't know if Destiny believes it or if he's just talking shit, but some people clearly do.
But how many bots also look? The guy's got 49,000 hearts on that saying that shit.
Do you think he's circling? Do you think he's suicidal? All this stuff that people are assuming that he's just like spiraling down. He's just, he knows there's no. That's it. There's nowhere to go from here.
Didn't he get demonetized too?
He just got demonetized.
Yeah, he's losing everything.
But he told everybody that he got demonetized on Twitch, and that was from 2022.
Get taken out.
No, the demonetization on YouTube from a couple days ago was legit.
Well, no, he was joking. He was joking about getting removed off Twitch, but he was actually removed several years ago. But then after that, recently he was demonetized on YouTube. And it's funny
Well-
because he actually should get demonetized, and I know how many friends of ours have gotten demonetized for fucking reused content or whatever bullshit, you know.
Yeah, right. I got
Why is
it
Real
this
quick,
on
I missed this a minute ago. I want to address it, and then we're going to get into what I think will be my favorite segment of the day. First of all, Xavier gifted Words of Paradise gifted membership. Thank you so much. One more Vital Idol. You're an absolute legend. This is for you, brother. Thank you so much.
If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace.
And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Problem solved.
Plenty of games out there for you to buy. If you don't like this, don't buy.
All right, and now let's
So
get in to this new segment.
Streaming's biggest asshole.
Let's go.
Sponsored.
All right, Hassan Piker versus Destiny. There are rules.
This is awesome, Leon.
There are rules.
What did
Yes.
you say
Here's what we're doing. Here's what we're doing. I have never once, and never will again rip off Hypno like this. But this is my version, the one time only of the Wiper
Yeah.
Wars. We're all going to make arguments for who's the biggest asshole in streaming, Hassan Piker or Destiny. And you in the audience with your super chats are going to dictate the winner. Whoever ends up making more is the biggest streaming asshole. So let's start with Zax. Zax, let's hear your argument. Who's the bigger assholes, Hassan Piker or Destiny?
Well, I would have said Destiny just based on what a weasel he is, but I'm going to say after the weekend we watched some videos of Hassan Piker bragging about how he built all of this himself and how he's created this whole business plan model on his own. And in every single frame of those videos, he has Destiny there carrying him along the way, teaching him how to do all this stuff. And he said actually in the interview that he invented the idea of crossing a gaming with politics. It's never been done before. Hassan Piker decided to do it. So fuck you, Hassan Piker.
That's a compelling argument. Sevi, what up, Curly? How you doing? You're muted. Tell me who you are, what you do, and I'll explain what we're doing when you're finished.
Oh, sure. Hello, everybody. I am Sevi. I'm usually in YouTube, either in my gaming channel, Sevi Love, or my legal channel, Legally Sevi. Yeah, that kind of sums it up. Hello, everybody.
Perfect. Well, right now we're debating who is the biggest asshole in streaming, Hassan Piker or Destiny. And chat, it is up to you to decide with your super chats who is the biggest asshole. All right, Sevi, if you have an argument for either one, feel free to give it. Or if you need to think for a minute, we'll move to Nadia.
Yeah, let me think for a moment.
By all means, take your time. Nadia, all you. Who do you think is the biggest asshole?
You should put a poll up, Leon, in the chat.
Yeah.
Well, no, because again, I'm trying to grift here. I'm trying to grift,
Gotcha.
so it's going to be
Sorry.
the most
Sorry.
money.
Okay. I think Destiny is the bigger asshole. The reason why I think Hassan, because of how quiet he has been in the last few weeks, and I know it's basically to cover his own ass for the stuff he said in the past, there might be some redemption for Hassan, and it's very, very small. I don't see any redemption path for Destiny. I think Destiny is just going to keep grifting and keep doing this hate engagement until either he's completely kicked off of social media platforms or, hate to say it, he takes himself out. But yeah.
Mugen, what about you? Do you have
Both
an
of them
argument?
needs Jesus. Just FYI. Both of them need Jesus. Okay.
Hassan Piker's a Muslim and Destiny's an atheist, so neither one of them are getting Jesus.
Yeah.
Mugen, what about you?
Oh, let me say, I don't watch either of these guys. I know Destiny more because he pops up in my feed because he pops up on Fresh and Fit. The left always put him on these platforms to go to debate these other intellectuals. Like he debated Jordan Peterson and many others and stuff. And I'm like, why do they keep giving this guy like this status? Like he can hang in there with these intellectuals and stuff. But I would say that Destiny's the bigger asshole because even his son don't like him. Even his own son don't like him, and the whole thing too with the allegations of him talking to a minor and stuff like that. His son said, "Yeah, I told you." So yeah, I would give it to Destiny. He's the biggest asshole. I mean, Hassan, I don't know much about him because I don't watch him, but he is the nephew to Saint Kuger from the Young Turks. And the thing I don't like about Hassan, he always talk about capitalism bad, but yet he's like a rich motherfucker and he's making money and shit off of capitalism, which I find kind of stupid, from this guy. But I would pick Destiny.
Blue?
I'll just say Hassan. I mean, yeah, both awful people, but Hassan's rich and for being a scumbag. Destiny isn't, and eventually Destiny could go away and still end up working at a fucking McDonald's or Walmart. Hassan could be deplatformed for everywhere. He'd still be fucking rich, and nobody on his panel will be. They both say vile, horrible shit, but it's why I love Leon, but I overall am not the biggest fan of streaming just because of situations like that, because you can be a horrible human being and become rich off that. And Hassan's a prime example of why I don't support Twitch and Kick.
What about you, Enzo? Who's the bigger asshole?
Mine's kind of the opposite. Like, they're both assholes, and they both act like, you know, they enjoy the smell of their own farts. But with Hassan, you know, he's rich, he's buff, he's got nice cars, he's got rich relatives. He's better looking guy, you know. He's kind of what the lefties call him, a Chad. So it's easy for him to have that kind of disconnect and think he's the shit. Destiny is a fucking broke loser who puts videos of him sucking dick on out there on the internet. His kid hates him. He's a total fucking loser, yet he thinks he's amazing. He's a fucking dildo, and yeah, it's just rage bait, constant. Like I don't even think he believes half the shit he says. You know, Hassan is stupid, and I think he does believe everything he's saying. He just doesn't understand he's a massive hypocrite. I think Destiny knows he's a massive hypocrite, knows it's all bullshit. He's a cuck. He's the worst. And you know, obviously, if I was in a cage match with Hassan, I feel like that would be a close match. I might get some punches here and there, and probably it wouldn't be fun. Destiny 8 would be awesome. I would just like destroy him. It would be amazing. It would be so fun and cathartic.
Bring lube.
You know?
Bring lube.
No, I could
Or
do
not.
it. Like, I'm sorry, in this case, as a woman, I could probably take him.
Like, if I met Hassan, I would be like, hey, I don't really like you, mister. But with Destiny, I'd like slap the drink out of his hand and fucking like push him against the wall. Like, what are you going to do, punk? Give him a wedgie? You know, fucking, you know, what are you going to do, you little shit? Nothing.
Hassan can't fight, trust me.
Didn't Hassan... Yeah, they didn't Hassan like pretend to threaten people with a gun. And then he said it wasn't a gun.
He absolutely did.
Right?
He absolutely did.
Oh yeah, okay. That's what I thought it was. All right. I think between the two, I would say Hassan probably is the most idiotic, retarded person. They're both retards. No offense. You know, Destiny obviously is very screwed up. I didn't like the fact that Hassan got all mad at chat and then started waving a gun. I think it didn't look like a real gun from what I saw, but the whole thing was completely retarded.
Thought I was pale.
I mean, damn.
Good one.
So was the guy too.
Yeah, he also doxed a person in chat because he got mad at them, which is really
the person he doxed was one of his fans who he thought was a detractor. He was even agreeing with him.
He's such an idiot. He's a complete idiot, of course.
Hassan's debates are, what are you even talking about? What are you even talking about?
Yeah.
That's all he says.
Yeah.
That's it. But he's the guy who also petitioned his fans to send him nudes, and then he showed them to his buddies on stream, which is a
what
little
the
bit
hell?
illegal. Yeah.
That is very, very illegal. I mean, think about what happened with Nick, Rikita, and Aaron. What's his name? I forgot his last name. You know, and Aaron's wife, right? Because Aaron's wife then ended up with Nick Rikita, and he had her nudes. And there's a lot of laws out there. In case you guys didn't know, hey, I'm a lawyer. There's a lot of laws out there that protect, personal pictures like that, nude pictures like that, in terms of who they're shared. So even the act of showing them to somebody else when there is no consent, is illegal.
Yep. Yeah, he
Leon,
did on
can you
stream.
pull up Paul's comment?
Made it a joke.
Paul, tell which one. Let's see.
Buyer's
this one.
Does everybody remember which dude's dick it is?
Yes, I was gonna bring this up in my argument. Here's my final thoughts on who I think the bigger asshole is. I'm gonna go with Destiny. Not only for the vile shit, because they both say, in my opinion, equally vile shit. So you can't have the argument based on the vile shit they say. However, Destiny sucked Nick Fuentes' dick. To my knowledge, Hassan is straight. Now he
Nick
did
Fuentes,
ask
though,
the
was it?
age-old question, old enough to count, old enough to mount. That's a little sus. That being said, at least it's straight. But yeah, and Destiny got the dick of a child. I really like the argument of, well, his son fucking hates him. That's a good one. But it all comes down to Piers Morgan, and like that was the deciding factor for me when Hassan Piker was on Piers Morgan. Piers called him a propagandist, and Hassan's like, yes, of course, that's what I do. I'm literally a propagandist. Whereas Destiny pretends he is the normal moderate Democrat that believes all this shit and does not even acknowledge that he's a propagandist. So you know what? Hassan gets over the edge on like being slightly less of an asshole because at least he's honest. That being said, let's tally up the chat. Let's see what you all said and we'll figure out who the winner is. So Ms. Molly, for a 2-banger, says both. All right, so we got 1 point for each. Zach says Destiny definitely has the biggest asshole for a 5-banger. Thank you so much. So that would be that's 7 for Destiny, and we're still 2 for Hassan. UAF Omega for a 2-banger. # Destiny. I agree with Nadi's assessment. Puts Destiny at $9. Seabaru for a 2-banger. Hassan, because Mercanti loves him. That's true. She has an obsession with him. All right, so that puts him at $4.50. Salty Butterbags, the 5-banger. Hassan is the biggest dumbass. Destiny is the biggest asshole. Well, it was who's the biggest asshole. So Destiny takes the crown. Destiny wins. He is the biggest asshole. And I guess there's a whole new enemy we got to fight on the left now. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Let me give you guys a clip for all those supers. You didn't need to. You did. It is truly appreciated. Let's, you know what? I know exactly what. There's a lot of supers there, so we'll give you one of the longer ones. Let's see. Here it is.
So here's the deal. Life doesn't always want to be your friend. Sometimes it'll feel like life wants to hurt you.
That was a downer.
But you can't just hide, because nobody likes a quitter.
Your ass don't hurt.
I'll go first. You gotta take chances.
This fire isn't gonna stop me.
They never said it was gonna be fun or easy.
Subscribe to New Black Street. Subscribe to Atreus. And I'll catch y'all next Saturday.
You know,
thank you so much, Atreus, for that segment. Life can hurt your ass. So, Nadia, you said we're about to wrap. Like, do you mean like the next one we're about to do, or this Hassan Piker Destiny one?
I gotta go because I gotta get ready for my stream.
Nope, that's totally understandable. All right, real quick, tell the people who you are, what you do, what you got coming up, the whole nine.
I run a horror channel, so I talk about a lot of things that are in the horror genre.
Cleavage.
Today, I'm going to go play cleavage. Today, I'm going to play Alien Isolation, and tomorrow I have an author on with me who wrote a book on the Halloween franchise. So he'll be on with me to talk about stuff.
Perfect. Ask them why Halloween 3 is the best Halloween, and people who disagree are fucking stupid and should die.
I expect you in the chats, Leon. So thank you for having me. Destiny is a dick. Pray, come to the Lord, have children, all that good stuff. Let's do this, guys. We're winning.
So, thank you much, Nadia. Have a good rest of the day.
Bye.
All righty. Let's talk some gaming news. We got Sevi here. That's her specialty, and because I'm sure that politics is exhausting. Plus Mugen Lord, but both you guys are someone just like go-tos when it comes to gaming. Now we're gonna start with Silent Hill, and then we'll go to Sonic Cross World. So have either of you guys played Silent Hill F or want to play Silent Hill F?
Nah, Silent Hill's not my thing. Go ahead, Sevi.
Oh. Yeah, no, I do have it downloaded. And once it becomes available, I'll play it. So I'm excited to play it. I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. So I mean, obviously, you can't trust most of the ratings that are out there, like IGN, because it means shit. I just know that there is criticism because of the combat. But I mean, like every single game, there's always gonna be challenges, right? So I want to see how close this stays to the Silent Hill franchise, and I will give it a shot. I will give it a shot and see how it goes. And if you guys don't know, they did censor her skirt when she falls down. They did put like a black void in the skirt, which I guess later on people are saying that she's supposed to be like 13 years old, which makes sense.
13 to 15 is what I've been saying, but I'm glad you brought the content or the combat. So Silent Hill F would be better if the combat was less enjoyable or if there was just less combat.
What a crazy headline.
Oh my god, that reads to me like a journalist mode, like somebody who like just wants a very easy game that they don't have to suffer.
Well,
you know, it's part of the game. It's just get good, man. Figure out the mechanics and then work around them.
Well, it's not even that. I read so. Well, go for it, Mugen.
I think when I see this right here, this headline, to remind me of the remake of Silent Hill 2, where you had fans saying that it looks too actiony because Silent Hill wasn't really an action based. It's more like a psychological, survival horror or thriller and stuff like that. And people were saying that it looks more like Resident Evil, like the remakes, how everything looks so action paced. But Silent Hill F, I can when I looked at the combat on that, I was like, yeah, this does seem more action based than how Silent Hill normally is. You're creeping around and you're scared and stuff like that, and you all you have is like a crowbar or something like that. But looking at Silent Hill F gameplay, it does look more action based and stuff. So I can see how they can turn certain people off.
Well, so read through the article, and we're not gonna read through the whole thing. I already read it. That way I can just tell you guys basically what it says. But basically their complaint boils down to the combat is too fluid, and when you're playing a horror game, you expect the combat to be clunky because that adds the fear, which on the one hand, I do get that argument because I've been saying the same thing for years because I don't like how streamlined horror games have become, whether it be Resident Evil, Silent Hill, any of these new horror games. It's so modern and fluid. There's like, yeah, the combat does lessen the scares. That being said, fuck all of these game journalists that for years promoted these bright, shiny new horror games as toys. They're like, oh, look at how great the combat is. Look at how nice and fluid. What, now that it's nice and fluid? You're like, well, maybe the old shit was better. You're right, the old shit was better, you dumb pricks. That's what I've been saying. So you don't get to change your argument now. Fuck all of you.
Yeah, makes sense.
Not to mention, Leon, I mean, also like that's good or bad game controls. If the game controls suck, it's like that doesn't make a good game. It's like you can have good game controls and the character is bad at aiming, the character is stumbling, but like shitty game controls doesn't make a better experience.
Yeah, I think that's
arguing. Oh, go for it, Sevi.
I mean, that's definitely why I want to play it out and kind of see, because like think for a second how the old Silent Hill games were, right? You didn't have dodge. You had to be smart about it. There was the element of you could really die, right? And with the Silent Hill 2 remake, for example, they added dodge, which made things way easier, right? And I think it has to be a balance in terms of, the controls, the maneuverability, and how it is played out. But I don't know. I have to give it a shot and I have to see and then figure it out by myself. Because again, I can't make myself trust PC Gamer, IGN, right? It's just because a lot of the stuff they say out there is just game journalist mode shit, or because they're being paid to give a statement and give a review. So I have to try it out in order for me to really figure out if the combat is actually clunky or fluid or it doesn't belong in a horror game. I don't know.
I mean, you say you got it downloaded. Do you know when it goes live?
It goes live. I think it goes live tomorrow.
Tomorrow? If anybody wants to give me Silent Hill F, just saying, it's on the wish list. Dude, this is one of my. I love the Silent Hill franchise. I'm not a fan of the remake of 2. I think the remake of 2 dumbed down the. In fact, they said out the gate they were going to dumb down the game, dumb down the horror because it's too scary. And like, Silent Hill is the apex of horror games for me. While Resident Evil is my favorite franchise, Silent Hill is like the apex of horror in gaming. And I don't care if the combat's like fluid and stuff like that. Is the atmosphere scary? Is the story scary? Is it psychologically fucked up? If it's got all that, I don't care if the 13 or 15-year-old girl is able to use a lance and fight off demons or whatnot. That's fine.
Care.
Yeah, you know, like if you look at the OG and the new fucking Dead Space remake, Isaac struggles. Isaac isn't a horror, but like the game controls are fantastic. But Isaac is still struggling. In Dead Space, you die a lot in that game, but it still has fantastic controls. Isaac's now overpowered.
Well, I think with Dead Space, the game, start off like that. I think, but when it comes like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, it was built a certain way, and people resonate how it used to be built. And then when it shifts gears, that's when people start to have an issue. I think if Dead Space shifted gears, if they make a new Dead Space, I can see people would complain about that too, as far as gameplay is concerned.
Yeah, it's like I see people in chat saying like what tanky controls, but like if you look at like say Tomb Raider when you only we didn't have joypad, you had up, down, left, right.
Yeah. Oh my god, Tomb Raider controls. Oh,
they were clunky as hell, but some people would say, "Oh, that made the game harder." No, it wasn't harder. Just that was limited to technology. It was janky for a reason. Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raiders, love them or hate them, they're more survival games, but Laura plays better because we have better technology. It doesn't mean because games from Nintendo or Super Nintendo were harder games. You had fucking 4 buttons.
They were harder. I can see that. They were harder on purpose.
But a lot of them were broken though too. A lot of games were glitched and broken, had dead levels.
Let me put it this way: I have a handful. I got a pretty big stack of PlayStation 3 games that I've played most of them, and I've beaten them all. I had a bunch of Sega Genesis and Nintendo games. I think there was like 2 or 3 that I actually beat. Like fucking try to beat the Lion King on Sega Genesis. It's impossible. That's why when I see modern journalists complaining that the games are harder, I'm like, they are objectively not. They are absolutely easier. And I'm not saying they're easy. Dude, the technology, the tech is more sophisticated.
Yeah,
it took me probably 20 years to beat Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Like I played that game on the SNES when it came out. To this day, that's my favorite game on the SNES. I didn't beat that shit until I was like 21 or 22 years old. What?
Because game development philosophy was totally different back then. Because remember, everything was back in the arcades, so you had to make sure that you spent your quarters. So that's why you designed the games the way they did. But once the consoles came out, they had to change their philosophy because now you don't have to spend quarters. Now it's creating that difficulty. And remember, when consoles came out, you was able to rent games, Blockbuster. That's why Lion King was purposely made that way. So when you went to Blockbusters, you couldn't beat it in one setting. Like that. So you had to go back and spend the money and do it again. That's why they did that.
Like Sega and Disney straight said that's why they made the Lion King so hard. It's so you could rent it multiple times and get that money over and over.
Absolutely.
Like
Makes
that
sense.
was complete and utter asshole move, but brought in the money. Brought in the money.
Makes sense.
I used to whenever I had now work or house stuff to do and I had podcasts to listen to, I would play GTA Online and just blast old live streams I'm catching up to at double speed and just like zone out, play video games. But it got to I haven't played GTA Online in like a year because like the last couple times I was playing, like I'm just whooping everyone's ass. It's not fun, I'm literally been playing. I've been spending so many hours on it. You don't even realize like I could, you're sniping people from like 200 yards away, like nothing, and you're winning all the races and all the death matches, and it's just like it just becomes boring. You've tapped out. You got to move on to a different game. But yeah, if you put any one of these like random Sega Genesis games in front of me, I bet you I'm way more likely to rage quit one of those stupid games than any modern game.
Leon,
Alien Isolation, you die 1,000 times and I can't stop. I love it, but like you die, a handful of times playing Booger Man, you're like, fuck,
Well, I mean that's true. Some games are more likely to make you rage quit. So that is accurate.
See, that makes me want to play it more. If I get pissed and throw my controller, I want to play it more. And of all games, no game does that to me more than I shit not Minecraft of all fucking things.
Really?
I'll be sitting there playing with my kid. We'll make a bunch of progress. Then either her or me, and I hate to admit it, but usually me, will make some dumbass decision that fucks up everything we've been working on together for the last 3 hours. I will throw my fucking controller and then be like, all right, let's start over. And like just pick it up. Fuck Minecraft. I love it. I hate it. No, it does say winning the races. And this right here, now Sonic the Hedgehog is back, but for real this time. And it talks about how Sonic has had 3 good games in a row, which is damn near impossible for Sonic as a franchise. If anyone knows about the history of Sonic, and they're saying Sonic is back now. Mugen, you were in the open beta for this game,
the closed beta,
and the closed beta for this game. You liked it. Your video on it was fantastic. This is a couple months ago. They've done more betas since then. Have you participated in any since the original closed beta?
No, because like when I like a specific game, once I'm already convinced that I'm going to buy it, I don't want to play anything else anymore. I don't want to look at trailers or anything. I just want to dive right into it.
What was the beta? You heard it? Do you know if it's at least gotten, even if you haven't played it, it's gotten better from what?
My brothers now they played the open beta. They love the hell out of it. And like I said, my benchmark for a Sonic racing game is Sonic Racing All-Star, Sega All-Star
Yep.
Transform. Transform was the best Sonic racing game. I still play it till this day. I got it for the Wii U and I got it for Steam. Love the hell out of it. The best arcade racer ever. So that's my benchmark. So when Sonic Team Racing came out, I was expecting the same type of gameplay or the
And it was
feel and stuff.
incredibly generic.
And it was generic as hell. But when this came, when I played the closed beta, it was close. It was really, really close to Sonic All-Star, Sega All-Star Racing Transform. And it's also this time the team that's worked on this one is the people who made the Initial D racing game in the arcade.
Really? I didn't know that.
It's them. Now, like I said, when you compare it to Sonic Racing Transform, this game is closer to it, but still not close enough. And the reason why I say that is for the fact is that when it comes to Sonic Racing Transform, the cars have weight to it, and it has the cars actually bump and everything as they riding. When it comes to this game, even though it's close to Transform, it still doesn't have the cars still don't have weight to it, so it doesn't. You don't feel that like that adrenaline as you're riding. It just sounds like it just feel like just riding on paper. But other than that, no gameplay mechanics. The tracks. The music is just phenomenal. Man. Love it.
And Sonic beat at least like when it comes to the ratings. So Mario Kart World got rated at 8 out of 10. This got a 9.5, I think, out of 10. So it's rated really high. It's the first time in years that Sonic has beat Mario. So between Frontiers, Sonic Shadow Generations, and now this, do you think the article is correct that we might actually, Sonic fans might be seeing a comeback? We might be eaten because you're a Sonic fan like me. Do you think that are we getting our hopes up, or is this a sign of things to come?
I would say a sign of what's to come, because I don't want to jump the gun too fast. Like at least give me two more bangers, and then I can ride that wave. Yeah, we're back, baby. Just give me two more bangers. Give me a remake to Sonic Adventure or even Sonic Heroes, and yeah, Sonic Adventure 1 would be awesome. Well, if they give us that, and that happens to be a banger, and it gives the fans what they want, I think we're gonna be in for a treat as far as being a Sonic fans concerned. But I was always a fan of the Sonic racing. I always thought it was better than Mario Kart. Always been behind it.
So do you have a Switch 2, or did you even care to buy one?
Well, my Switch 2 right here, still in the box.
No, I'm joking. I got no issue.
Wait, still in the box? You haven't even opened it?
Haven't opened it yet. I don't have no time to game like I want to. And my first time to actually start gaming again would be Sonic Racing. I'm gonna get for my Series X, and my brother's getting it for the PS5. Yeah.
But see, I have one, and I carry it with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm usually like it has like all my thumbprints in it and stuff. It's just it's not the best. But
yeah,
what I usually do is like either like when I'm gonna go to bed, either I read or I play games on the Switch 2. Like maybe you can try to do that. So at least you open it.
Oh yeah, I know.
Something with it.
Look, I'm gonna get the money's worth out of my Switch 2s because I got a whole entire backlog of Switch 1 games that I have yet to open. I still got Octopath Traveler 1. I bought that on launch day and still in plastic. I got Kirby Return. I got the Kirby platformer game, whatever the Kirby game called. Return to Kirby, Forgotten Lands. The Forgotten Lands. I bought that on launch. Still haven't opened that yet. I got a bunch of games, so I'm using Switch 2 just to play all my Switch 1 games and stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to opening it up though.
So I guess last question in this regard, Sevi, what do you play on the Switch 2, and has it been worth it? Like, are you, because obviously there's been a lot of controversy around Switch 2, the Switch 2.
Yeah, so one thing for everybody, if you don't have the Switch 2 and you're thinking about getting one, my advice would be don't. No offense. But there's a couple of problems with it. Like, one is once you transfer your games from your Switch 1 to your Switch 2, the games, you can no longer access them in the Switch 1. So the Switch 1 basically is done, completely done. Everything is just done with it. And then if you have a problem with the install in the Switch 2, you're basically, fucked. You will lose all the progress that you had. So because there is no backup.
Really worrisome.
Yeah, because there is no backup per se. And this was on the news when the Switch 2 first came out. Somebody had this insane, like, he's been playing Pokemon for years and years, had like a lot of years invested in one of the games that he moved from his Switch 1 to his Switch 2, lost everything. Particularly with Pokemon, because that's such a grindy game, right? So just kind of keep that in mind, right? And then 3,
that hurts to even think about because like I've sunk hours into so many Pokemon games.
I know, me too, which is why I almost cried for this dude. And then the third reason why I would say like it's not really worth it is the games really that are coming out for the Switch 2, you can still play on the Switch 1. And personally, there's really not that much of a difference except that the Switch 2 is bigger. And the Joy-Cons will come off unintentionally. I mean, it doesn't happen as much as I thought it was going to happen. But like if I put it down, one of my cats steps on it, then they'll come off, right? So it's just
that one doesn't worry me so much because I don't know. I maybe I'm the odd one out here. I only ever play the Switch docked. Even the Switch. I only play it docked.
Yeah, same here. I'm not really a handheld guy. I just keep it docked and everything.
The only time in my life I've played my Switch portably is I take it on flights if I fly, and it's something to do on the plane. But literally, so I think I've flown 7 times since the original Switch came out, which was what 7 years ago. So I play it handheld about once a year.
Yeah. And the thing is, for me, it's more, I do more of those portable games. Like when I'm falling asleep, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to play a game like once in a while, like, while I fall asleep before I switch to just reading and turning everything off. But it's not really that worth it in my opinion. And the fourth reason I would say don't buy it is also because Nintendo hiked the price so much and the prices in the game so much that it's leading everybody else to hike the prices on everything else. So we're talking Xbox. I'm sure PlayStation is going to be there, right? So we're seeing games that used to be $50 now being $80, right? So and that's a part of the movement that is coming from Nintendo, because Nintendo first raised, I think, the price, and they said, oh, it's because of the embargo. It's like, well, no, it's not. Oh, it's because of this. It's like, no, it's not, right? And it's just rising the prices even more. So if you look at it, the entire picture, I would say not worth it. If you want to buy the Switch 2, go for it. I don't care, right? I mean, I
want to push back on the price thing real quick, though. And this is, I keep being called in Nintendo's show for this take, but you know what? Fuck, it is what it is. That was always going to happen, whether it was Nintendo, Sony, someone was going to do it.
Rockstar was going to do it.
Exactly. Rockstar is going to be $100, and people are going to buy it, and it's going to make all these other studios be like, well, they can do it, we can do it. Yeah. So, like, does it suck that Nintendo raised the prices? Yes, but someone was going to do it. So
yeah, because
I mean. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I did an entire video where Capcom even said themselves that the industry is waiting to see what Rockstar do. Because he said if Rockstar raised the price of Grand Theft Auto to like $90 to $100, everybody's going to do it. They were waiting. True. The thing that surprised me, I didn't think Nintendo was going to be the first to do it. I did not think they'd be the first. That's the only thing that surprised me. But yeah, if you haven't purchased a Switch 1, I would say get a Switch 2. Because they're raising the price to Switch 1 as well. I think that's the way to force people over to get a Switch 2.
Of course they're going to do that, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would say if you haven't got a Switch at all, just get a Switch 2. But if you got a Switch 1, then don't move over.
Yeah, so because you can still play all of those games on the Switch 1. It would be different if they had games only exclusive to the Switch 2. Right? Because part of the reason why I have always bought Nintendo is because I love the Zelda games. Right.
See, that's what I was gonna say. I will buy a Switch 2 when a new mainline Zelda is announced. That will be the trigger for me to buy.
And that's the reason why I bought it. And I was like, I'll just bring all the other games that I was playing on my Switch 1 to the Switch 2. But I was really upset that my Switch 1 just basically became worthless. Right. And then I tried asking people, hey, who wants my Switch 1? And then nobody wanted it. So now it's just sitting there collecting dust, which makes me mad. But not much that can be done about that.
My Switch is basically a Smash Bros. Machine. But I guess before we wrap on the gaming, because we got one more topic. Before we wrap on the gaming topic, I got to ask, obviously, Sevi and Moonlord, but really anybody as well. Besides, obviously, we talked about, Sonic Crossworld and Silent Hill F. Those are like the two big ones that are about to drop within the next, few days, a few weeks. Is there anything coming out that you're just fucking hook, line, sinker you're going to get, like, no holds barred, you've got to do it?
Final Fantasy Tactics is coming out on the 30th of this month. The remaster. I'm
Wait, that's this month?
Yes, this month, bro.
Oh, bro, yeah, Tactics is a day one buy for me.
Yeah, this month is really stacked with games. You get the Trails in the Sky remake, and then you have the Sonic Crossworlds Racing, and then Final Fantasy Tactics. That's 3 games I gotta pick up. That's 3 damn games. So when I come back from J1 Con next week, I'm gonna pick all 3 of those games up. I'm gonna grab all 3. Well, I'm gonna get Sonic this week. Try to play some of that this week. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Tactics, man. Love that shit. I love that game. Love it, man.
What was your question? Like
Duskbloods. I didn't expect anyone to say that. Interesting. What
was your question? What games are we looking forward to?
Besides Sonic or Silent Hill, because those are the 2 big ones. Is there anything else coming out that you're just like, I have to have it for any platform, Steam, Switch, whatever?
Battlefield 6. I already, I'm waiting for it to be released. I gave it a try in the open beta because I didn't know if I was gonna like it. Because I'm more of a Call of Duty person. But I actually like the first beta weekend, I hated it. The second beta weekend, I loved it. So I'm really looking forward to that one coming out.
Chris, you game all the time and you stream your games. What about you? Is there anything coming out that you're like, I gotta have?
I should say Ghost of Yotai, but I don't want to get slain. So,
Are you actually interested in playing Ghost of Yotai though?
Fuck no. I ride just by the friggin' director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima. But yeah, Dying Light the Beast, I want to play some 4-player co-op because Dying Light the Beast, I'm hearing great things and just co-op games. I got some Borderlands 4 in.
Loves it.
Yeah, I'm to the point where like if my friends are on, I don't buy Borderlands for single player. It's a 4-player co-op game. I want to play co-op. But yeah, Battlefield, the Battlefield demo was fantastic. So probably that. But yeah, and also said real quick on the gaming industry, guys, sometimes vote with your wallet. Today I put 2 hours in streaming on my YouTube channel of South Park: The Fractured Butthole. Bought that game for $8. Sometimes wait for a sale if you want a game that bad, but no one's got to spend $100 on a game. No one's making you spend that. You could get games on sales like even Niat. I'm not paying $60 for fucking Doom the Dark Ages. I'll wait for a sale for like $20.
I'm not even. I don't know if I'm ashamed to admit this or not. The day before yesterday on Steam, I saw Final Fantasy VII, not the remake, the original Final Fantasy VII, on sale for $6.50. It's probably the 8th time I bought that fucking game. But I was like, I don't have it on Steam yet. I like to get achievements, and so I bought it for like $6.50. Like, it's Final Fantasy VII. Come on, like.
Oh, and man, I've been promoting GameFly, guys. GameFly Selective, $10 a month. I've been renting.
Yeah,
games,
like how does that even work now? Like we have Steam and stuff. Like how does that work? Like they deliver games to you, or
yeah,
how
it's just actually the funny part because Last of Us Part 2, I won't support that shit, but I'll rent it, and because you got Last of Us Part 2 updated for PS5, I rented it. I'm gonna stream it, send it back. But some games, the Plague Tale sequel. It's on sale for $40. I beat the game in 8 hours.
How is it still around? Like that? Like
exactly.
how is that service still around? I don't like when I heard
I'm using it.
One of my friends said, "Yeah, I get my games from GameFly." I'm like, what? It's still around? Like how?
That's why.
That's what I said when he first told me that's how he does his streams. He get like
that's what I've been doing.
There for a streamer. That's a really good method. Pay $8 a month or whatever, and just get games in the mail that you're gonna stream. And then
my friend Elliot bought Nemesis, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Leon knows this. He bought that game for $60, beat that game in an hour and a half, was fucking pissed. He goes, dude, I spent $60 for a 90-minute game. So I will rent Resident Evil Nemesis, beat it, and ship it right back to GameFly, get a new fucking game for $8 a month.
Wow.
Huh. That's pretty cool. I know that I've been considering Game Pass for that very reason, because I'm tired of spending money beating the game in like I don't know, a day or a few days, and then it's like, okay, I'm done. Like for example, I played Mafia: The Old Country. I will say Mafia: The Old Country was gifted to me, so it wasn't my own hard-earned money, but it was somebody's hard-earned money into it, and I beat the game really, really fast. I
heard you beat it in like 4 or 6 hours or something.
Yeah, and I was sad that it was that.
I also heard it wasn't very good. Now maybe it's because Cassie is a massive Mafia fan, and so she's probably biased. She's like, nah, this shit sucked. Like she didn't like it. I don't know if it's true or not, but she's a big Mafia fan.
The game itself was good. The ending sucked. Right, and
I think that's what she said. She hated how it ended.
Because the ending sucked. It kind of ruined the game because it was supposed to be like a prelude to the other Mafia games, right? And that kind of tainted it for me. But the game itself is fun. It's amazing. You get into this really fast car and you wreck everything and everyone. It's really, really fun. You can be an idiot as much as you want, and that was intense. I always pick the fastest car. I was not able to handle it well, which made it even better, right? But it was just really, really short, and the ending did suck.
As I said, Leon, I put
I'll
Silent
hit
Hill
the
F.
supers real quick. Kyle B. Fear the Haggis for a two banger says, Leon, you see my new intro to New Blackstreet? Kata played it. No, New Blackstreet always streams when Niet is streaming, and I have loyalty to the people I have a continued working relationship with, and I stream with Niet every Friday. So unfortunately, I've not seen the New Blackstreet intro because I'm supporting my friends. Niet, this guy.
Ugly motherfucker.
Thank you so much, Kyle. I appreciate it, brother. And then Gal Kerriman, I'm playing Sonic Racing Crossroads right now. It's fun. Metal Sonic is my main. I can tell you right now, when it comes to Sonic characters, my main's probably going to be Sonic or maybe Big if I want to meme. But I feel a little like of all the characters in the game, I actually think in Joker, which I know it's a Persona character. It feels fun to main someone from Sonic in a Sonic game, but I think Joker's my main. I'm a huge Persona fan. I'm playing Persona 4 again right now for the first time in years. I'm loving it. But Cal Carrimont, thank you so much, brother. Let's give you a clip. You know what? Let's give you. It's a good one. Thank you so much, brother.
I'm loving it again. The game would absolutely get a pretty high score from me.
How many bananas?
A solid 8.5 incher for sure.
I didn't. What? No.
And wouldn't it be nice to live together?
All right, we got one more topic, and then we're going to raid into Alec Baldwin's finger because I'm on his show tonight, and then following that, I'm on Moxie's show. Guys, it's a busy day. That being said, Persona's brilliant. I need to finish Persona 3. Oh, dude, yeah, 3 is fantastic. I haven't played the remake. I want to play the remake. So anybody on the panel fan of the band, the Gorillaz?
Yeah.
They're funny. They're funny.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bands. I absolutely adore. What was that, Sevi?
I have no idea who they are.
Really?
Hey,
you would know some of their songs.
You
They
probably heard
they have some massive hits. Well, they shared this to their official X account. Gorillaz stand with Palestine, and this is this was what was on the giant screen, the backdrop of one of their concerts. So we got Mama Akko saying, depressing. I love Gorillaz. This kind of political shit is why normal people turn away. We got my boy Mizu here saying, or responding to, so this guy, Cody Bayer, says, I love, obviously sarcastically, how Gorillaz lost the entire point of the project and ditched all the lore they were building just to become Damon Albarn's cartoon character Soapbox. Plastic Beach was his last good album. That was 15 years ago. This is sad to watch. He says, huge mood. I hate when people try to respond with Gorillaz was always political. Yes, obviously the artist's political beliefs are in the music. Murdoch was always an unironic Satanist Nazi sex pest who kidnapped basically every member of the band. Now he's pro-Palestine because the characters are just an expensive advertisement. All the characters now are just decorations to put on the albums. So, yeah, I from again, as a huge Gorillaz fan, this is one of my top 5 favorite bands of all time. I know that Enzo, you're a musician. Zach, you like talking politics, and I'm sure you're familiar with Gorillaz. Like, I like
the band.
Yeah.
I know you.
Okay, now I understand. Yeah, now I get what you're saying. Yes, I do know them.
So would this taint your music, taint their music for you? Is this one of those things that's going to drive you away, or do you think it's like, it's whatever, it doesn't matter? Just open panel, anyone can just hop in and give your thoughts.
I'll just start. I don't give a shit, honestly. It just kind of more depends on like if they're trying to push people into like saying or thinking a particular way. They're free to hold whatever beliefs they want. I just don't really give a shit.
Yeah, don't bother me at all, really. I don't like I don't like this political stuff in our music. I don't like this. Everything has to come down to Israel and Palestine. But like, congratulations, guys. Definitely, that's going to be the difference. Like, you guys have for sure pushed Israel over the line. They will now back up because the Gorillaz are on Team Palestine. Congrats, good work, guys.
What about you, Enzo, Mugen? Anybody?
I just think it's interesting because the thing about, like I said before, we were talking about this last night with Gorillaz, is they are completely manufactured products. Like, they're not real. They're cartoons. You can have them say whatever the fuck you want them to say. They can have they can advertise any products because they are someone was saying in my chat last night that like pop music has not evolved since Gorillaz. And because when you think about it, Gorillaz are like the final form of pop music because they are, and it's ironically made this way, but like they are completely, created from the ground up exactly the way the label wants them to be, So the fact that they would be pro-Palestine isn't surprising. But it does seem a little, it is like Superman, like being pro-Palestine or something. It's weird, and it's not really going to do anything. But yeah, the Gorillaz, they don't really. I remember people were complaining about them being in Fortnite recently, and I'm like, this is kind of, if there's one band that is going to be able to do stuff like this, it should be the Gorillaz. I mean, the thing is, like, the Gorillaz should make another post where it's pro-Israel and just just do both, like, because it doesn't matter. It really doesn't, because they're cartoons,
Yeah.
Maybe this is because I am a big fan of the band and whatnot, but I get what you're saying, and in essence, you're correct about like the meta, the real life aspect. But if you follow the Gorillaz lore, like they're characters in their own world and their own universe. They've got backstories and the all their albums tell a continuous story of the adventures of this band. And so I really wholeheartedly agree with the comment that was like, all that lore is thrown away just for the lead singer Damon Albarn to put his politics in there. It's like I'm with Sevi that you can have whatever politics you want, but your politics as the faceless guy behind the band shouldn't fuck up if you've spent the last 25 years building in-universe lore for these characters. And maybe it just is me being too obsessive of a fan, but this does bother me.
What if this is the next arc?
It would be better.
Like the next arc of the war. Like,
real quick, go Sevi and then Enzo.
Sorry, it would be better in my opinion, because I agree with what Azaz said. What if they didn't even bother, honestly, making political statements? But because it does. Because I think about it, as I'm thinking about it, it does ruin it for some people. I'm sure. Like personally, I don't care about if it was somebody who felt very strongly one way or the other about Israel and Palestine, then I could see them being very severely affected by this.
Yeah, see, and I feel strongly about Israel and Palestine. I'm on team fucking both because I'm America first, even though that whole history, Streamer greatest asshole bumper, I don't know if you guys noticed, said sponsored by Palestine.
Streaming's biggest asshole!
Sorry, sponsored by Israel.
Oh my god, that's so
awesome! But yeah, no, it's just like, to me, this is like when they had Spider-Man meet Barack Obama in Marvel Comics, and like Spider-Man gives him the thumbs up. I was like, dude, that's I don't know. To me, there's something weird about that, because if the writer's an Obama fan and whatnot, go for it. But it feels out of character for Spider-Man to be endorsing a president, like
yeah.
So again, the guy on the far left, the green dude, was getting kind of the arse back. He's literally a Satanist Nazi. Yeah. How are you going to have a Satanist Nazi like throwing up the pro-Palestine flag as if he gives a fuck about the conflict and the war? It's lore breaking.
So the Gorillaz do have these these arcs that they go through, like story-wise. Well, what if this is like the beginning of the next arc where like they get kidnapped by Israel or something, and I don't know. This could
that would be great if if Damon Albarn himself wasn't, again, he makes his politics very known, very vocal. He hates Trump. He was very vaccinations. He's very pro-Palestine. He's very pro-Ukraine. He makes no secret what his political affiliations are. So if it could be worked into the story organically, I wouldn't have an issue with it. But I just don't think that's the route they're going.
Yeah.
It's scary, Leon, because there was a time where, like, say, Superman, you watch Christopher Reeve film, he was like, hey, Mr. President, I'm going to support the USA and the president. Now, even nowadays, that's fucking political. Like, if they would have put down Gorillaz stands with Israel, is that political? If Gorillaz put down Gorillaz says only two genders, that's political. It's to the point where, again, if I drink fucking Pepsi or Coke, that's fucking political. Everything's fucking political, dude. To the point where it's like, you can't even say good versus evil. Look, come on, we just had some asshole say fucking, if you support Charlie Kirk, you're a fucking Nazi. Like, I don't even know anymore, dude.
To address Paul's thing, wouldn't the Nazis support Palestine because fuck the Jews? And I thought of that angle. Yes, absolutely. But the band doesn't like Murdoch. Like in lore, everybody hates him. So why would they be agreeing with him on the stance? Plus, also the Satanist aspect. I don't know what Satanism would be pro-Palestine. It's just it's confusing. If all the band members hate Murdoch, if it was him raising the flag and you played it into the Nazi thing, all right, that's fair. That's one thing. But this is. Yeah. Again, it just seems like it's like Enzo said, it's all for marketing. And it's not gonna stop me from listening to their music because they put out good music. I love their music, and I've loved it all the way. I mean, they've got a song. It's I don't remember the name of it, but like it's basically an anti-COVID song. Like it's like, hey, everybody come together because COVID has us separated and whatnot. And like it's got fucking Jack Black playing the guitar in the music video, and we all know how we feel about Jack Black nowadays. But like, is it cringe? Yeah. Is the song catchy as fuck? Also, yes, and I love it. You know, like. But yeah,
there was a point in history we said that we're against Nazism, we hate Nazis, but now with the right people on the internet, they will call this entire panel Nazis. It's like even that term doesn't fucking get used to anymore. So that's what I said. No matter what these guys put down, if they put down Gorillaz, we stand with Israel. There's 100 people hate their guts. No matter what you say anymore, everything's taken out of context, dude. Just listen to the goddamn music.
Best advice I've heard. What was that, Dex?
The Nazi Party collapsed in 1989. The last vestiges of it. So you can't even be a Nazi anymore for real. So I mean, you could try, but no more membership. Sorry, guys.
But I think with that, we're probably we're gonna start wrapping. I need to set up the raid into ABF. He sent me the link. Any final thoughts on any of today's topics while I'm setting up the link or the raid? I mean.
Oh, yeah, just said Silent Hill F just said it's on my GameFly queue. Just looked at Silent Hill F. It takes between 10, 12 hours, though. But again, I'm not paying $60 for a 10-hour game. I'll rent it, beat it in 2 days, ship it fucking back, guys. But so don't complain about GTA. If it costs $100, if you get 1,000 hours out of it, I could support a $100 game if it costs 1,000 hours. But if a game is 7-8 hours, don't blow $60 on it. You have the choice as a consumer. Vote with your fucking wallet.
And I'd like to say that Destiny is worse than Hassan because another thing, he's just worse to listen to when you hear him talk. He just does that thing where the faster equals better at arguing. It's grating to listen to him. So another point for Destiny.
One more thing I did want to bring up actually, and it is about this beautiful bitch right here. Dex, mods, all of you. Put her link in the chat right now. Sevi is so goddamn close to 1,000 subs. You're like, what, 829 or 79 or something like that?
Oh my God. It's actually, I think, hold on, let me check because the number has kept increasing all throughout today. It's crazy.
Good.
I'm at 879 right now.
Yes.
Which is crazy. When I first put out the tweet last night before I went to bed, I think I was like at 830 something. So it's been absolutely crazy. So I think I'm really, really close. I can't do the math. I'm a lawyer. I don't do math, but I can tell you it's 100 something away. Well, so it's getting really close.
Yeah. Guys, there are 73 of you watching right now. The link tree was just posted. Does not work. That link tree seems to be dead.
Oh, hold on. Let me get you.
Oh wait, no. I'm. Never mind. Never mind. The link tree works. Apparently, link tree through StreamYard was a problem. When I clicked the link on YouTube, it worked. So the point is, everyone sub to Sevi, because we want to get her past 1,000. She is fucking fantastic, and there are 73 of you watching right now. Like, she should be able to get a major boost from all y'all here in the chat being absolute legends like you are. So yeah, no shame, I'm Asian, can't do math. That's shameful.
Leon, Moxie,
clown.
The clown. Oh my God, the clown.
Sorry, Dax. StreamYard was the one being weird, not you. You did good, Dax. Good mod shit. But yes, anyway, I want to see Sevi get a major bump. So if you've not subbed her link tree is now in the chat. Do what you gotta do. And I've set the raid into ABF, so don't go anywhere. The stream will auto direct you when it's over. I've got some final announcements, but let's go around the horse and tell people who we are, what we do the whole night. Sevi, we'll start with you. What you got coming up? Tell people who you are, what we do the whole night.
Sure. I am a lawyer by trade. So I have a channel that's Legally Sevi. I stopped being a part of Moonskull to devote myself entirely to my two channels, which is Legally Sevi and my gaming channel, Sevi Love. Thank you. So I'm excited for what comes next, and just keep your eyes peeled for more videos now that I have more time and I'm getting things organized. What's coming up next? I'm probably gonna be playing Helldivers and then Silent Hill. It'll be fun. Come and watch me.
Nice.
America.
I will absolutely watch you play Silent Hill after I play Silent Hill because I won't get spoiled on the scares. So yeah, I need to play it first. Zax, what you got coming up? Again, a big Italy trip, so that's gonna be fucking awesome. What else you got coming up?
It is Wednesday, 9 p.m. Central. What's Good Wednesday? We're talking 1996 versus 1999 Cinema Clash. So 99 is highly, I think they're ranked number 2 on the seeding list, so it's gonna be a big one. So 90, it's Matrix's year. I think it's also Seven's year. So yeah, 96 versus 99 Wednesday, and then I'll be off for a couple of weeks.
What are you most excited to do in Italy? Do you have like what's the thing like above all else you want to do? You're gonna say
It's
something like
tacky.
visit the Coliseum.
It's the Coliseum, right? It's tacky, but I don't care. I am excited to see that. We're gonna see a lot of other stuff.
You're a
too.
history dude though, so it's not tacky because it's not
No.
just like, oh, look at this famous landmark. You're like, dude, imagine how many thousands of people died in this bitch.
And we're gonna go underneath too, so not just like the surface, the actual underground area too. And then Croatia has some pretty cool Roman ruins too that people just don't know about because it's in Croatia. But Diocletian's palace is there. I'm gonna go check that out. So yeah, I love that shit.
Everybody, show up to Zach's stream tomorrow. Again, it'll be the last one for a
Wednesday.
couple weeks, which means Wednesday. Yeah. I was thinking today was Tuesday. My bad.
Show up.
Which means his, after Wednesday, his channel will die because he won't consistently
Yes.
upload.
Yep.
We
I'll
might
send
need to
dick pics.
give AJ mod access or something so AJ can stream from his channel. And
No, not AJ.
Mugen Lord, my man, my friend, what you got coming up,
Hey,
brother?
what's up? Yeah, Wednesday I'll be live streaming on my channel, Mugen Lord, youtube.com/Mugen Lord. We'll be talking about some gaming and everything around 6 p.m. Eastern time. And then for the rest of the week, this weekend, I'll be going to J1 Con with my comic book company, Venus and Ryan Comics. So I'll be having my own booth, and my brothers will be there with their company, Striking Keel Tees, a custom t-shirt business. I decided what I'm going to do this time. I have extra covers left over from the campaign, covers B, C, and D. So I'll be selling them at the con, at J1 Con at Atlantic City. So yeah, so covers B. So if you want to get a chance, if you missed out on the campaign, I'll be clearing them all out. So you got to be able to grab them. And whatever else is still left over, I'll sell them at the store. But you can get this on the base cover and the store exclusive variant of Variant Killers, Vampire Killers on my website at venusandryancomics.com. But yeah, man,
This is a great cover, guys. If you can get this cover, it is a good fucking cover. It's a good book, by the way. As a whole, it's a good book, but this is a sexy ass cover. Sorry, continue.
That looks sick. It looks sick.
Thanks. Yeah, so I'll also be selling some merchandise like my Variant Killers, Vampire Killers hoodie and everything. I'll be having some mouse pads, and I'll be selling some of my tumblers with my characters on it and stuff like that there. Also my mouse pads I have for my characters and everything. So this is gonna be a pretty good con this weekend. So I'm looking forward to it. But thanks for having me on, man.
Dude, I'm happy to do it. I want to hear how the con goes, brother. I love the fact that you're getting out there and you're doing con stuff. That's fucking that is exciting. I can't wait for the second campaign. Blue, what you got coming up, brother?
Wednesday, Nadia, we're covering Demon Slayer. I seen Demon Slayer today. I would say, guys, Demon Slayer, #1 fucking movie in the world. Looking at stats right now, Leon. Anime fans, good time to be alive. It is the #1 Japanese fucking film of all time. I'm looking forward to talking about it with Nadia. And yeah, with Enzo, we're probably watching the John Candy film, October 11th, John Candy documentary. Everybody watch. It looks fantastic. And I'll probably play some more.
Look really good.
Yeah. And eventually, me and Liam will cover the Sonic films.
It will. It will happen.
And yeah, and I do some gaming sometimes. Like tomorrow, I'll play some more South Park and just I am just chilling out, having fun.
Enzo, my friend, my man, what you got going on? Probably going to bed after staying up all night last night.
No, I did get some sleep last night. 7 to like 3 p.m. So I'm all right.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna be doing more live streams this week. I'm I think 10 subs away from 700. I'm gonna do another karaoke party at 750. So that's cool.
Y'all know the drill.
Yeah,
10 subs away. There's 64 of you here.
I am telling people to start getting ready for Halloween now. We have been watching Tales from the Crypt all month. We're going to keep watching it well past Halloween. But yeah, I'm telling everyone, start decorating your house now. start buying your candy, start letting the kids know we're not doing trunk or treat this year. So
Trunk or
the
treat's
way
gay
that
as shit.
the way
Yeah,
that
it
the
is.
kids gotta get hyped for Halloween is we gotta hype them up, the adults. So we gotta start getting in Halloween mode now, early. So just start doing it. Other than that, yeah, we're watching horror movies on Wednesdays at my channel. This Wednesday, the last Wednesday of September. So we're doing like light spooky season right now. We have me and Sammy watch The Crow Wicked Prayer with
no.
Tara Reid and Edward Furlong. It is an edited commentary video, which is you're thinking, hey, I wish this movie was full length. No, you don't. It's actually more confusing with the additional 40 minutes we cut out. So you're not missing out. So check that out Wednesday, 2:30, or if you want to be in the live chat during the premiere, that's always fun. We get to riff the movie a second time, or just check it out whenever, or check out any of the other 150 movies we've watched over the years. And yeah, we'll be watching some more all throughout, forever until I die. So enjoy that, and thanks for hanging. And thanks for having me.
You love to see it. Well, guys, again, stick around after the credits. See if you can see your name in the credits if you are a member, and then it will raid directly into ABF. We want to give a big, boisterous beginning to ABF show. That being said, I do have a couple announcements. No tinfoil haters tomorrow. I am taking the day off to touch grass. It has been an extremely busy weekend. I think I've streamed at least twice a day, if not 3 to 4 times a day, every day since Friday. I need some time off. So no tinfoil haters tomorrow. That being said, we will resume with the lunch hour on Wednesday. There will still be daily videos, so make sure to check those out. Check out today's video if you haven't, about payment processors and censorship in the anime and manga scene. Things are getting worse on that front. And also, I will be on ABF's show immediately following this. And then immediately following ABF's show, I will be hanging out with Foxy Moxie. So if you need more Leon in your life, trust me, I got you covered for the next about 6 hours or so. Beyond that, yes, just for those of you that donated, thank you so much. It means the absolute world to me. You never have to, you do. It's the reason I get to do this. I am so blessed, so grateful, and it's all because of you. Truly, thank you. Working on a new idea for an additional perk for you guys that are members. And, of course, for those of you that are unable to donate or choose not to, hey, that's A-okay as well. I appreciate you being here. So until next time, it is all here in the Nerdosphere, and this has been Words of Paradise. Make sure you say Vital Idol Raid in ABF's chat.